And now, your ABC6 Storm Tracker weather with meteorologist Bill Guile.
Well, we're certainly feeling like April around here today with temperatures topping off at 60 degrees. But as we've been looking ahead, I was alluding to the fact we have a cold trend coming our way. Well, to the south, it'll stay well above normal as we finish out February and begin March. But here in the Northeast, we're going to be in the cooler side of things. And I think that trend overall may continue into a week or two of March as well. Occasional fluctuations trying to get a little bit better, but here's what's going on right now. The jet stream is still configured off to our north, so that's why we keep getting all the mild air. But as we head into the midweek stretch, Wednesday, Thursday, flow becomes a little more faster west to east across the country for the most part, and there'll be a series of low pressure areas running along that front. And then we're going to be seeing a cold pool of air developing here in the Northeast as we go into next weekend. So we're going to tap on some of that very cold air up in Canada. And then as we get beyond that, it's going to kind of fluctuate a little bit off and on. But we're going to stay, I think, more around the normal side of things, perhaps slightly cooler at times. So the 54-degree reading that we have, that's going to be a thing of the past. Not going to see those numbers again for the rest of the week. Much of the area is still holding on to some lower 50s at this hour, but it has cooled on the Cape and off to the north and west. Springfield is now down to 48 degrees. So losing a couple of degrees every hour right now, and that's going to be the case as we move through the evening. And across the northern U.S., we see the seasonably cold air, and the shades of purple showing up. That's where the real chill is. And Bismarck, North Dakota, already at 12 degrees. So eventually we're going to be getting into some of this colder air coming in our direction. But there's a series of low pressure systems that are just lining up, waiting to move through the Northeast. So the first one is actually going to come through overnight tonight. And we could see a quick sprinkle around the midnight hour, but otherwise towards daybreak tomorrow morning with one wave going by to the south. I might see a little wet snow across the area right around for the morning commute. I don't expect any accumulations, just wet roads. We dry out for the midday. Here comes another system. This races in for tomorrow evening. And then it goes by and we dry out for, of course, during the day on Wednesday. High pressure off to the north, though, is going to drain colder air down from Canada, while yet another system approaches from the west. The warm front that's going to be setting up is going to lie south of New England this time. So there will be warmer air trying to come up, but it's not going to make its way into southern New England. It's the cold air that's going to win out. So the resulting precipitation is likely to be in the form of a wet snow, rain mix, maybe some sleet mix. That's being denoted by the shades of pink here. The further north you go, it could be more of a snow or sleet mix up in that direction. Certainly becoming icy the further north you go. There'll be quite a contrast in temperatures setting up for Thursday. We'll be stuck in the low 30s, but down towards Washington, D.C., it's going to be around 78 degrees on that day. So that's the reason for the battleground that'll be taking place. But again, backing up in the near term, this is how things are going on for the next 24 hours. Again, we're going to continue to cool off this evening with more and more clouds moving in. Maybe a quick sprinkle overnight around there after the midnight hour. But towards daybreak, a little bit of wet snow developing for the morning commute. But again, don't worry about this. It looks like everything's going to be melting. Look at these air temperatures. They're in the mid-30s. So what falls on the roads will simply be melting. And it's done by 8, 9 o'clock in the morning. And then again, drying out for the midday in the afternoon with temperatures up around 39 or 40 degrees. Another rain shower activity comes in for tomorrow evening, and then that passes on by and clears out, setting us up for a cooler Wednesday around 43 degrees, but we'll be dry. But then comes our wintry mix perhaps for Thursday morning, especially where it could be icy off to the north, plain cold rain to the south, temperatures in the mid-30s. Turning much colder on Friday. That 33-degree reading, you see, that'll be a morning high, and those temperatures falling in the afternoon. We'll only see 20s for highs on Saturday, and then another threat of some snow perhaps on Sunday. That's your latest forecast. John.